what you were saying there about recognizing an emotion, fear, anxiety, or something like that. It was a story has been made into a film called The Babadook, and I'm sure my sister will roll her eyes as I misquote this all over the place. However, very scary film. But at the end of it, without doing a spoiler alert for people that may watch it, it says about becoming comfortable and acknowledging mental illness and not trying to quote unquote cure it or anything like that, because people can live perfectly functional lives with an active, if you will, mental illness. And the story is of a woman who has a child, and I think her partner passes away. And after the child is born, she struggles with depression and anxiety and moments of overwhelming panic. And this sort of manifests itself from her child's book. The sort of the way the story is built around it is the child's book is called The Babadook. Right. And inside the book, there's a mythical creature that comes from the darkness and scares children, scares people. And this thing comes alive in their home, but only she is aware of it. And as in a sort of Sixth Sense analogy with the film Sixth Sense, as the film progresses, you realise that only she is aware of this being that's around, and it is actually a physical manifestation of a mental illness. And I love how they show that it rushes up on somebody, right. And you can see it, a little bit like when you wake up in the morning and you can feel it's there. You know, you can feel, I feel a little bit like this today, and I can feel it growing. And in the visual way that it's described, it appears in the house somewhere, and then it goes, and then it occurs again later on in the day. And then at a moment of quiet contemplation, it rushes up and seizes the person. And towards the end of the film, she effectively makes friends with the manifestation, and she feeds it. She learns to have it as almost a quote-unquote pet, and it lives in the basement. And I think there's a moment at the end where she's outside, it might be the son's birthday, and she's having sandwiches with the son, and they're picking worms out the garden because the Babadook likes worms. And she says, I'm going to go now. He's like, oh, I'll come with you, Mummy. She says, no, Mummy will do it. And she goes down into the cellar, pitch black, a little bit of light shining onto the floor, and she places the plate down, and the thing emerges out of the darkness, and she jumps back and it overwhelms her, and you hear her speak to it. It says, calm down, it's okay, this, that, and it then takes the food and goes back and starts to eat it, and you see her deal with her mental illness, and you know she acknowledges it, accepts it, and goes on her life with it still in existence.